Alright, chess. So one thing we do gotta clean my room a little bit. So we start doing that before we get some chatters in here. Yeah, nobody in here today.
Pro tips for working with the cursor agent. So I've got cursor open and my agent on the right. And the first tip.
Our weekly visit with a member of the Phoenix Suns last night. If my notes are correct, his 6 steals were the most by a Phoenix Suns player in over 3 years.
He's just setting like records left and right, plus minuses and steals and
just getting the
we
job.
got a 50-point game coming soon.
For Oso, I don't know, Oso Ighodaro, we got a 50-point game coming anytime soon, Eddie?
Man, I don't know. We're gonna see. Trying to get some wins out here.
What's the most you ever had when you were at DV Desert Vista, where my kids went to school? By the way, they went to DV.
I don't know. I think I had a couple 30-something point games, but I always would have a lot of different stats. I was never just like a pure scorer. I kind of did a bunch of different things on the floor.
Well, if you would have played that school in Yuma, you would have had 100. You see that kid scored 100 the other day in a high school game?
I did too. And no matter what level that is, that's a lot of points.
I know, but come on, man. At some point, like they won by like 85 or something. Don't you take the kid out of the game if you're the coach?
Yeah, but it probably got close and he wanted to break the record, so I don't know.
No, but come on, man.
I don't know. That's impressive.
You think you would have wanted to stay in the game?
I probably would have came out, to be honest, but...
You see, guys, I told you, like, there's no way that kid should have stayed in the game for 100. All right, it is what it is. All right, the Heat, the Pistons, the Knicks, how different is it, the physicality, when you play East Coast basketball teams on the East Coast compared to playing West Coast teams?
Yeah, I think every game is different. The Pistons definitely one of the most physical teams in the league. The Heat is kind of a different type of physicality. Like they have a lot of wings that drive the ball physically. Obviously they're a little bit undersized at the big position, but their bigs are super talented and skilled. So I think every game is different.
We were talking about this earlier. I think these games are going to be good for you guys, down the stretch in the season, come playoff time, when you play these close, hard-fought games against these real physical teams. Do you think, even with losing these games, do you think there's some advantage there for you guys? Do you think there's a benefit to playing these physical type of games?
Yeah, for sure. I think we're getting better each game. I think we're learning something from each game. So I think playing, especially such a tough, like you said, a tough stretch of games on the road, obviously down, book last game, whatever the circumstances are, I think these games are going to build character for us, and we're going to get better.
Oso Ighodaro is our guest here on the Burns and Gambo Show. Suns were in Detroit last night. Their road trip continues tomorrow when they take on the Knicks in New York, and then they'll stay in New York to play Brooklyn on Monday night. You obviously, second year in the league, and your game has just grown by leaps and bounds so far in year number 2. For you, Oso, what would you attribute that to? Who would you attribute that to? What makes you feel like you've taken that leap in your game, and what's allowed that to happen?
Yeah, I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be out there. I think this summer I mentioned a couple times that I spent a lot of time on my body, just getting physically stronger. I think I'm a little bit more explosive. I can play more physical, and that allows me to be in different positions on the floor. So I don't know. Our coaching staff and shout out our video guys too have spent a lot of time with me this summer, and yeah, I think it's really been paying off.
What did they show you? What were some of the things they pointed out that they thought you could get better at or that you could alter when it comes to your game?
Yeah, just positioning, rebounding-wise. Obviously, we're going to play teams that are bigger, more physical, whatever the case may be, and just using my advantages, my speed, my quickness, whether that's getting the screens fast so that it creates pockets for my teammates, just using my every advantage that I have, every chance that I can get.
The steals, you had 5 against Golden State in December, and then you come up with the 6 against Detroit. I think one of the biggest things I've seen in you is just your ability on these switches, right? When they're looking for matchups, you are really, really good defensively at being able to go out there and guard, just about anybody on the switches. Just tell me about that and how that part of your game has come together.
Over 25 million people use Robinhood for their investing needs. Download Robinhood to get started.
Yeah, I think I've always taken pride in that, being able to guard any position on the floor. And I think in high school and growing up, just playing a lot of one-on-one, two-on-two, going and playing pickup, different places. And then in college, we switched everything. So a lot of colleges don't do that, but I had the chance to do that in college, and I think it really helped with my versatility on defense.
Yeah, I think it has. I mean, it doesn't help these other teams when they get a switch and they've got you, because you're long and you're quick and you've really done a good job defensively. I was even saying last week, I think out of all the players, I've seen the biggest development in you from year 1 to year 2. Your development to be able to play these major minutes. I mean, man, you're playing a ton of minutes for this team right now. What is the biggest difference, in your opinion, from last year to this year?
I think just the intensity. I think last year our foundation and our schemes and coverages weren't as aggressive as they are this year, and J.O.'s really pushing me to be aggressive on the defensive end and make people uncomfortable and using my strengths. And so that requires a lot more intensity, a lot more energy, and I think the more of that I can play with is the better I'm going to play.
Speaking of intensity, we're talking here with Oso Ighodaro of the Phoenix Suns. He's joining us on the Burns and Gambo show. On December 19th, you had 13 rebounds, and Dylan Brooks said after the game, quote, "Finally he yelled at me," close quote. And he was talking, knowing this is a radio program and there's only so much you can say. What did he say to you, and what did you say back in that exchange that you had with Dylan Brooks, and how hard has he worked to try to get that response out of you, Oso?
Yeah, he had got on me about a play a couple possessions before, and so then he was on me about the play, and the first couple of times I was like, I got you. And he kept going and kept poking. And then I just kind of snapped and lost it on him. But we're just such great competitors, and we have such a great respect for each other that in heated moments in the game like that, we can say whatever we need to in the moment, and then the very next play get past it and have each other's back. So I'm super grateful for him, and I'm glad he's my teammate.
Couple of expletives I'm guessing you can't say on live radio, but did it feel good to yell back at him? You know, like, hey, dude, shut up, all right? I got you. I hear you.
For sure. I mean, it's just, it's just an authentic moment. It just kind of happened, and yeah, I think it was for the best.
Yeah, you weren't worried he was going to, turn around and, try to punch you or anything like that?
Nah, I'm not doing
Everybody, Barkley was talking about him last night, just the leadership and what he's brought to this team. It was something, we all know this, it was something that you guys lacked last year. We had Book on in the beginning of the season. He said the last 2 years were the toughest of my career. It's changed a lot from last year. I know it has for Book, but how is it for you? I mean, how has it changed for you from last year to this year as far as enjoying the game?
Yes, I'm really enjoying this year a lot. It's more, obviously the NBA is completely different to college, but this is a lot closer to college than my first year was in terms of culture and identity and just the total buy-in of the team. And I think that is conducive to winning. So I've really been enjoying the team and the culture and what we're building.
There's one thing we got to see you improve on. You ever think about that Rick Barry with the underhand free throw? Anything like that?
Man, not the underhand free throw, but it's definitely something that I'm spending a lot of time on and I'm gonna continue to work at.
All right, if you need me to meet you down at DV and shoot some free throws, I'm ready.
I appreciate that.
Oh, so we appreciate the time, man. Congratulations on what's been a really good season. Great season so far. Enjoy the rest of the road trip. Safe travels, and we'll talk to you at some point later on in the season, all right?
All right, thank you, guys.
Thanks, Oso.
Oso Ighodaro, our guest here on the Burns and Gambo
He's
show.
got to get the free throws percentage. There's got to be a little...
Guys, my last day, me and my alligator spending time together. Just enjoying my cookies with my alligator. Rocketleague, it's my last day. Come. Come on, got Rocketleague. Guys, it's my last day, me and my. Who you think is the first rapper she's gonna after come?
Well, the rumor was that the breakup was. Imagine.
Who you think is the first rapper she's gonna after come?
Well, the rumor was that the breakup was over her sleeping with Youngboy. And when you look at her, she really looks like Youngboy's type. She looked like all his baby mothers, pretty much.
Kyle probably looked at his bitch, looked at NBA Youngboy's type, and said, "It's true." Who you think is the first rapper she's gonna after come?
Well, the rumor was. Imagine if 6ix9ine chose soccer instead of the streets.
Nuestro portero, Daniel Hernández.
Imagine if 6.
What if I told you?
Niggas envy.
What if I?
Who's the real king of New York?
Niggas envy. Blicky got the stiffy. Got the blicky. Drum it 50. Move Millie on my niggas on 50. Talk down. You silly. Hit a stain 50 big on it. Spin it through your block like a pop shot.
Who's the
Niggas envy. Blicky got the stiffy. Got the blicky. Drum it 50. Move Millie on my niggas.
I can make any song with your.
Best basketball team a prison has ever seen. Listen, I'm point guard. I'm leading the squad, right? You have Maduro. He's kind of big. Maduro's gonna play center, right? Easy Manzione's is shooting guard, right? Cause bro, he's the shooting guard. Bro. So listen, best basketball team.
Now I know what's real, what's fake. Brothers keep them safe. Now.
What if there was a song that started off like, "This is actually kind of dope. I'm freaking out right now."
Dressing all black when I creep. And I'm still making millions when I sleep. You ain't never touch the streets, you a geek. Who the fuck is Mr. Beast? You be sucking off the sheiks, nigga. Wow, buddy. What this baby up? Bitch, I call a god body. She gon' bounce up on my dick like it's hydraulic. Why do you think it's twist so much that they can't die about it? Fucking looking at my chain, stupid nigga, die about it. Like, niggas mad.
What if the
You never seen that clip?
No.
That's funny though. He's white.
That's music though, no?
You never seen that clip?
No.
That's funny though. He's white.
That's music though, no?
You never seen that clip?
No.
That's funny though. He's white.
That's music though, no? From the golden Echo Project, I was a bad little kid. I want my baby to do my ad lib. That was my last bit. Johnny called me and said, "Listen, you going to jail? I'm gonna make you a grill. How much you spending on this grill, Johnny?"
This one is the best. The best is Rambo, all color, crazy. You never seen GIA set away.
12-hour shifts.
Yo, guys, remember when I told you I was in prison with Diddy, the president of Honduras, and the FTX guy? And you guys thought I was lying? Y'all remember that? And then now I'm about to go meet the president of Venezuela. I have that luck of being locked up with presidents. Guys, in my
my last day, me and my alligator having
Japan the way you.
Steve, you know, IRS took everything. The IRS. But, you know what? I'm here today. I'm still getting back up on my feet. So, I want to give you this. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. It's a check. It's a check. It's a check. Oh. Well, that's just good. No, it's good for it. We're going to put it on my tab. So, Steve, you know. Yo, Steve wins. He gets the N-word pass. Alright. Signal! Got him! Oh, shit. Oh, that was actually... Oh, fuck. Oh, no way. Yo, Steve wins. He gets the N-word pass. Alright. Signal! Got him! Oh, shit. Oh, that was actually... Oh, fuck. Oh, no way. Alright, Danny. If you can lose your gut and get skinny, I will give you any one of my cars. Between like 4 Rolls Royces, 4 Ferraris. Give me a black chick. Wait, what the hell are we talking about? You lose your gut and I'll give you a Rolls Royce. How about that deal? I'd rather black girl. Okay. Alright, Danny. If you can lose your gut and get skinny, I will give you any one of my cars. Between like 4 Rolls Royces, 4 Ferraris. Give me a black chick. Wait, what the hell are we talking about? You lose your gut and I'll give you a Rolls Royce. How about that deal? I'd rather black girl. Okay. Well, Hinduism is like the carpet and like the wrap. It's not fly like Aladdin, bro. It's not Aladdin. Describe Aladdin.
Cheaters hate.
Dude, what's the guy that wanted to chat?